October 2015. John Brennan, director of the CIA, picks up a call from a number he doesn't recognize. The voice on the line mocks him, claims to own him, and makes two demands: $5 trillion, and that America stop bombing the Middle East. Across the Atlantic, a 15-year-old puts down the phone. He's in his bedroom, and he's high. He calls himself Cracka. He lives on a housing estate outside a sleepy English mining town, where there's not much to do except get high or go online. He does both, and he's angry. About surveillance, about corruption, and above all about US policy in the Middle East. 2 years earlier, Edward Snowden had proven the American government could spy on almost anyone with an internet connection. Worse, Intelligence Chief James Clapper had denied it to Congress, under oath. Cracka decides these men should learn what being watched feels like. He starts a crew, Crackas With Attitude. First target, Clapper himself. The phone number and home address of one of the most powerful intelligence officials on Earth take exactly one Google search to find. Cracka breaks into his email, then reroutes every call to Clapper's home phone, to the Free Palestine movement. He posts proof on Twitter. That tweet catches the eye of an American hacker called Default. He's been at this since 2008. Started by cheating in video games, drifted through anonymous chat rooms crawling with federal agents, then leveled up in smaller, sharper crews. Along the way, he stacked over 1,000 Bitcoin, and paranoia to match. He never touches his own Wi-Fi, beaming into a Dairy Queen hotspot half a mile away through a satellite dish. The two start talking, and they pick the biggest target imaginable. Here's the embarrassing part. Breaking into the CIA director's life took no elite code. Cracka found Brennan's number online, saw it was a Verizon account, called Verizon Tech Support, and posed as a field technician. When they asked for his employee code, he invented one on the spot. It worked. Minutes later, a stoned teenager was reading the CIA director's personal emails. Asked how difficult the hack was, out of 10, the crew said 1. Inside that inbox sat Brennan's 47-page security clearance file, his entire personal history. Cracka sent it to WikiLeaks. Julian Assange published everything. The crew spam called Brennan and his family until he went into hiding with extra security. The breach cost the agency $1.5 million, and they kept going. Into an FBI deputy director's account, leaking details on 20,000 FBI agents and 9,000 Justice Department officials. By the end, Default admits, they'd stopped caring. All bets were off. So how do you catch hackers this careful? You wait for them to catch themselves. One night, Default is drinking with a friend over Xbox Live when the CIA hack comes on the news. And he can't resist. He brags. That friend, who had a grudge over an ex-girlfriend, almost certainly turned him in. The FBI raid is timed to the second. Agents storm in just as his computer finishes decrypting, copy the drive before it locks again, and carry it out the door, along with roughly 1,000 Bitcoin. Across the ocean, British police raid Cracka's bedroom too. Cracka becomes the first minor in British history jailed for hacking. 2 years in juvenile detention. Default gets 5 years in federal prison and $145,000 in restitution. Much of it served in solitary. In court, he said he'd believed he was fighting for justice. 2 years later, he realized he was completely wrong. And the surveillance they fought? Renewed in 2023. The same year, a court found the FBI had misused its own spy database 278,000 times, snooping on protesters, even political donors. The kids went to prison. The machine kept running. Take on the most powerful government on Earth, and your life never goes back to normal. So make sure it's worth it.